with a very juicy video. So today we're going to talk about Juno versus Leo in the birth chart. So these placements, these celestial placements, right? They are asteroids, and these asteroids are basically key indicators in astrology. This is basically like advanced astrology. And they really tell very detailed things about you, about me, about people, about life, about stories in astrology. So the asteroid Lilith, I just did a video. It's not up right now. I'm going to post it. It'll post today. So Juno in astrology is basically the wife, right? If you know the story of Juno in the Greek mythology, you know about that, but it's the wife in astrology. And so if you're a woman, if you're a heterosexual woman, it's like the ideal partner for you, right? So I used an example in my last video, like a Juno and Pisces. If you have Juno and Pisces, you don't want a man that is very hard and that's very callous and that is not very emotionally open. That's not going to work with your Juno placement. Because you're going to need somebody that's sensitive and loving. So it's important to know your Juno, but also if you have a male partner in his chart, his Juno is like his divine wife. Like it's the woman who, this energy, the way this woman naturally behaves makes him want to commit, makes him want to merge, I'll say, right? So then we have Lilith. Like we talked about Lilith, we talked about it being this dark, divine, feminine energy, and how in a woman's chart, it's a place where you can really take your power back. And you can, depending on where that placement is, it really talks about, you can literally pinpoint the areas, in which you have had some of your worst feminine ego blows, I'll say. And also how to heal that, how to not embody that energy of being the victim part of Lilith, but how to be the empowered Lilith and really step into your feminine power, but also your seductive power too. Like Lilith is a part of your seductive powers as well as a woman. Well, in a man's chart, okay, Lilith is his primal desire. Lilith is what he can't get enough of, what may even induce obsession from him, what will make him, and it even may awaken his deepest fears. I will tell you that his Lilith placement may also awaken his deepest fears. But again, depending on your feminine strategy, which I will post a link to my Flip the Script class for women who are looking to let go of the good girl and actually start to get the life and commitment that she wants. So that's the Flip the Script class. The Flip the Script class is on a wait list right now. So you sign up for the wait list, and then once the information is updated, when I have more details, you will be the first person to be emailed. So make sure you sign up for that. I'm going to post that in the comments as well as in the description for Flip the Script. Now, as far as the Juno and Lilith, now, we talked about Lilith as this placement as, a feminine power source. And then for men, really what brings them to their knees. Like it's what is their kryptonite, per se. It is what really yanks at their heartstrings, which really, makes them in a again, it induces obsession. It makes them want to do any and everything to get close to you. Again, I wouldn't try to make sure that any male, if you're looking at his Lilith and wanting to utilize his Lilith against him, or however, I would try to make sure that he is healthy, because again, this can make them kind of really take things beyond normal. And again, this can be good if he's a healthy male and you are trying to seduce him, or create some type of bond with him on some level, in a sexual way, in a seductive way, or even to attract him and to bring him into your world and to use your allure, to really to use your feminine wiles the way you want to use them, right? So, and this is a great placement. If you are a dom, anything like that, like, you need to know your Lilith like 1,000%. Stripper, dom, if you work with men in any capacity, but primarily if you work with them in a large number, you need to know your Lilith. So, again, when this video uploads, check my description box, because I will have information on that. If you want to reach out to me though, and you just want to get in touch, definitely send me an email at blissfulvitalitywellness@gmail.com. But yeah, so the Lilith placement. So if you're not exercising the Lilith placement that he has, right? He has his Lilith in Scorpio. If you don't really have a lot of sex appeal naturally, he's probably not gonna look your way. This is a man that probably doesn't mind you, dressing, iced tea and cocoa. He probably don't mind you doing all of that because he likes the fact that you're sexy. He wants to see you in a sexy way. This is a man that's gonna really appreciate like lingerie and things like that. As well as like a Lilith and Libra man. Like he would like those types of things. And so yeah, I am going to have an ebook. It's going to be posted below as well. An ebook for all of the Lilith placements, okay? All of the Juno placements, okay? So that you know how to get the commitment, or if you want to just seduce, you can do that too, right? And so you can kind of flip-flop and do what you want to do. You can do it to the same person, hell. Now, if you want to dig deeper and see how y'all's placements work together, that's synastry, right? And so that is a more in-depth look, and I have no problem doing that for you. I personally feel like if you're about to be in a relationship with somebody, you're about to marry somebody, or the fire has kind of gone down, you should definitely get one of those readings, because I also include Eros, which is the asteroid of, it's actually just straight up sex. And so you want to know what that is in his chart, and you want to know what that is in your chart, and you want to know how those are working together. Okay, period. Okay, so yeah, so on the flip side, you want to know your partner's Juno. You want to know a man, you want to know his Juno. Now, if you're a man, you want to know her Jupiter. You want to know her Jupiter, and you also want to know her Juno so that you can be on point. But with a woman, you want to know his Juno. You want to know his Venus too. But you want to know his Juno, and you really want to know. This is the thing. I don't want you to change your behavior, right? To embody the Juno that he has. But for instance, say his Juno, is in Virgo, right? If you have a messy house, you already know it's gonna be a problem, right? And it's up to you. Like, if you just like, I gotta keep this man, I love him, or I want to be a better person in general, like, you're gonna have to clean up. You're gonna have to be neater, like, because he's gonna have a problem with that, right? If you are indecisive, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, and if there are just certain things that are going to negatively rub up against his Juno, there are going to be problems. Now, if you have traits that already embody his Juno, you already do that. He got a Juno in Cancer, and you can cook your ass off. It don't really, you can kind of get away with anything, You got a Juno in Cancer, you can cook really well, you got nice breasts. You can probably get away with anything. He'll probably just be sitting there just mesmerized by the food and the boobs. So it won't even really matter. But, it is a good tool to know what are, the things that are going to trigger him in a commitment type of way. Just like it's good to know, no, and your intentions may vary, his Lilith placement, so that you know like how to really play that. Like, how to utilize those things to really get what it is that you want. I think sometimes you may not know, and then you could be married to somebody and you don't know some of his triggers and what might make him tick, right? what's going to really make him happy. And again, even if you have a female partner, the Juno is going to apply anyway. And the Lilith will too. You have to definitely be mindful of your Lilith in a dual female placement. Give me 1 second. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. I was going to give you guys an example. Okay, so now again, one of the powerful things, and this is why I put it together in one ebook, is that if you are able to merge those or marry those, if you will, together, the Lilith and the Juno placement, you will probably have him hypnotized forever. And that's what you want to do. Hey, if you want to love him and leave him, Lilith is there for you. If you want to get the commitment that you want, Juno is there for you in your chart and in his chart. And you can see how that merges and how that works together. Now, I wanted to give you guys an example. So let's talk about Jada and Will Smith. Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith, right? We've seen them in the news. You know, we've grown up seeing them. Like, we're very familiar with this couple, this celebrity couple. So I went and looked up their chart. The cool part about this couple is both of them have very accurate birth times, so their charts online are accurate, okay? I'm going to tell you what I found out. And I'm going to tell you why this is why they're never going to leave each other. Okay, and this is why, again, if this is your intention, or if you want to drag somebody for filth, this is a really good example, because you guys have seen how their relationship is played out in the media. So let's go through it. So Jada, her Lilith is in Libra, the sign of marriage, the sign of commitment, the sign of partnership and contracts. Will is a Libra sun. She already got her foot on his neck just because she got her foot on his neck. Okay? He's completely mesmerized by her. Like, even still. He's completely mesmerized by her. And then because he's ruled by the planet of, you know, the sign of marriage, that's his son. And then she has her Lilith there. They have both been quoted as saying that they said that they would just never divorce one another, just period. That's just something that they're standing on. That's just a standard. That's just a commitment. See, Libra word, that they made to each other. And that's just that. That's her Lilith being in Libra and his son being in Libra. Okay, that's how synastry works. Okay. So her Juno is in Virgo, she is a Virgo sun. So she already embodies like this quintessential like wife type energy, right? She already has that. Virgo is very play by the rules, very it's very much like Libra. It has an air of like societal expectation and like, you know, being well liked by most, right? Just a little bit anal about things, but very particular about things. But Virgo is, you know, typically, not always, a friendly sign. And so Virgo also can be a sign that is very giving, very even self-loathing at times. So she has Juno in Virgo. This is the thing. Her Lilith and her Juno are like near his 5th house of like joy, happiness, children, the actual joy of making love, right? The pleasures of life, you know, things that make you smile, things, even the aspect of entrepreneurship, things that are close to your heart, right? So she has both of these asteroids sitting in his 5th house. There is something about her that makes him so happy that that's another reason why he would just never leave her. Now, it would have to be under some really crazy circumstances, and we have already seen some that have been kind of interesting. Now, she probably scares him a little bit too, with her Lilith being near his son. Now, the Juno, it's kind of straddled in the 4th and 5th. I didn't pull their synastry chart, so I don't have the exact degrees, but her Juno is kind of straddled in that 4th and 5th. And the 4th is the house of home and family. So he feels like she's already family. And that's probably what he felt like when he met her. Like, I feel at home here. She feels like home to me. So there's that. Now, Will's Juno is in Scorpio. So he likes a little sexiness. Okay, he likes that. He likes to be enticed, and she probably has mastered, the art of seducing him. And this is in her 11th house, right? This is her house of friendships. Um, so he also sees her as a friend, um, on a deep level. So this is her house of friendship, and this is also her house of audiences. And we know some of their marital bed business has been out, in the media. So that's not necessarily the best placement, but I just read the astrology. Now, his Lilith though is in Gemini. And this is in Jada's 7th house. And what's the 7th house? The 7th house is the house of marriage and commitment. It's the house that Libra rules. So she is even seduced by him in a lot of ways. She likes the way that he likes the way that she talks to him. And then for her, she feels seduced and allured and pulled in by his level of intimacy that he has given her, the special talks that they've had, the things that they've planned, the thoughts and ideas that they've created together as a unit, right? So this is part of why they have such a secure union despite the media, despite all this stuff. It's because of these placements, right? So yeah, I wanted to give you guys a celebrity example. I like giving celebrity examples because I feel like it makes it make sense. Okay. So yeah, so I wanted to talk to you guys about that. Sorry. So I want to talk to you guys about that and give you guys some information about the Juno readings now that I'm now doing. I've been doing Lilith readings, and they have been so impactful. I'm still getting interest in those. People are still booking those, which amazing, and I'm so thankful and so excited. I emailed off some of the part of Fortune and North Node readings today. So I'm still doing those. I am going to bring you guys one more asteroid, which is going to be Eros. But I'm still doing the series readings. I'm still doing the Lilith readings. Those are like, people are really, those are in high demand. I think some of the people that I read for told their friends, and then some of the reviews I posted got out. And then, now as we are approaching the Libra full moon, and that's all about commitment and relationships, I'm doing the Juno readings. I'm so excited for these. Like, these are so good. And mine is spot on. Like, mine is spot on. And it's really helped me to not settle in what I'm asking for, because my Juno is it's in Leo, child, so it's like not on that subtle energy at all. And then yes, so the Pure Vixen playbook, the Seduction Astrology playbook, the Pure Vixen Seduction Astrology playbook. I'm gonna put the link in the description below. I'm gonna put my newsletter link in the description below too, because if you miss this video and stuff like that, or you're like, if you miss stuff, if you are my newsletter, you're going to get stuff first, and then you're going to more than likely get a reminder of stuff. And so it's best to just be signed up for my newsletter. It's free. So I'm doing the Lilith readings. We have the Juno readings. We have the part of Fortune readings as well. We have the North Node readings. So all of those are, up for offer. There is a 5 to 7 day wait, because it is very real in the field, and I have a lot of interest in my work. Additionally, there are ebooks on my site, which is, the link will be provided. There are ebooks on my site, and this ebook, this Pure Vixen ebook, it is going to be on my store. So I'm going to make sure that I post that link in the description when this video replays. So if you're watching this video, go back and check in like a couple hours when the video is finally fully uploaded. But I will try to edit it if I can on my computer sooner. Again, if not, just send me an email, blissfulvitalitywellness@gmail.com, and tell me that you want the Pure Vixen Seduction with Astrology ebook. And I will make sure that you get it before it is posted. So yes, I told you guys about Jada and Will. We talked about Lilith versus Juno. and how that plays in your life. And if you are in a relationship with a male, how that really shows you a really clear glimpse, not a clear glimpse, a clear view of what he wants, what he desires, what's going to turn him up, what's going to turn him down, and how it's going to definitely give you techniques on things to do, right? So, you know, if you know his Lilith is in Gemini, girl, use your voice and talk to him, because, you know, that's what Gemini governs and rules. So, thank you for checking me out today. And you guys will see me again soon. I'm really proud of myself. I've been doing good. I've been uploading my videos. So you guys will see me again soon. I will be giving some more information. I am actually going to post a video just about Juno that I just recorded. I just haven't uploaded it yet. So I have more content coming for you. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you sign up for my newsletter. And make sure you check out my ebook, especially if you're trying to, again, if you use your Lilith and Juno right, you don't have to use it for marital reasons. You don't have to use it because you're thirsty. You can use it to get what you want and use your feminine wiles to your personal benefit. So, all right, y'all. I hope you guys are having a good, blessed Thursday. Hope y'all doing y'all money work. Yeah, make sure you sign up. Make sure you sign up and get in, because I have so much cool stuff coming out and I don't want y'all to miss it and then be emailing me. I have people that email me like 2 years, like, girl, I didn't know you had done this. Child, was you on my newsletter? Because I've had the same newsletter for like 8 years. Okay, like, come on, be for real. All right, thank y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your Thursday. Thank you for hanging out with me. Peace.